Welcome, everybody, to this episode of That Went Well. I am excited to have you joining us once again as we continue this journey of tasting foods for you. I say we, it's usually just me, but once again, for another episode, I'm joined by Jen, Ginger to many of you. Thanks for coming back on once again.
Thanks for having me.
It's almost as if we just did one recently.
It
Like,
could have been, yeah.
Literally 2 minutes ago.
Maybe.
And so today we're going to continue our look at the company called Lone Star Pure. I was introduced to Lone Star Pure through my association with Janine Hodge of One Punch Dough, and also through our connections with our friend Jeremiah of PB&J with Tay. And you've heard about One Punch Dough and PB&J with Tay in recent episodes here on That Went Well. And today we're going to add to a series I call Can I Be a Scovillain? Because you guys know that I like to test my tolerance for heat and spicy stuff. Today we're going to take a look at Lone Star Pure's series of candied jalapenos. Now, you and I both love jalapenos.
We do.
I mean, we can pretty much use them on anything.
Pretty much.
Do you like heat, spice?
I do.
Yeah. One or two words, that's all we need. So what we have here, Jen, are 3 levels of candied jalapeno heat levels. This one says fiery, and I love her gauge, because what is this next one?
Fierier.
Fierier, and then there's this last one, which is the 3 little flames.
Fierierest.
So, I think we know what's going on here. Each of them progressively hotter than the one before. You're a big fan of things like candied ginger,
Yes.
and things of that sort. I'd never heard of candied jalapenos prior to this point.
I hadn't heard of them, but obviously we had them because we've had jalapenos in things like jellies
Yeah.
and even in like fruit breads and things like that.
Yeah.
Where it is a thing, it never occurred to us. We always thought somebody threw jalapenos in there.
Yeah, and I never thought I'd own jars of this size. And you can order them from Lone Star Pure. If you follow them on Facebook, you can find out how to order stuff. If you look at the comments, I'll post information there for you as well, so you can order products. If you notice, Jen fell out of frame because our dog, Rubric, as always, is making a visit to the show, wanting us to feed him. We do feed him, we promise. What we have here, again, are 3 levels of candied jalapenos. We're going to try each one and just kind of give you our thoughts on them as a product. And I'm excited because I like hot stuff. Now, we have a bit of a badass level in terms of heat that we can tolerate.
That is true. We a couple of years ago, we were buying jalapenos pretty much in bulk, and for some reason they stopped having the same effectiveness. So we ramped up to serranos, and I mean, we still like jalapenos, but we don't buy them and use them in our cooking as often.
Yeah, so it's great to have an opportunity to use a product like this because it's unique and different, and I'm excited to try these. So we're going to get right to it. We're going to just fish them out of the jar because that's how we roll. That's how we roll. And so, if you would, Jen.
This is the fiery.
Yep. And we're going to just go right in. You get that first pop of sweet right as you bite into it.
Yep. And then as it gets into your throat, then you can feel the fiery-ness.
Yeah. I'm feeling it towards the back of my throat. In recent episodes where I've tried spicy items, what I'm learning is that heat gets you in different places, whether it's on your tongue or your palate, back of the throat. And these are that was a nice little burst of heat on your tongue, but then it dissipates.
Yeah.
And the sweetness balances it really nicely.
I was cleansing my palate, by the way. I wasn't freaking out over the spice.
She can take the heat. All right, we're going to go to Fierier.
Fierier.
I love how they've named these. These are fantastic.
Okay,
Really?
I got kind of
that
a little
piece,
one.
I don't think so. I'm going to go with 2 because that's what I do.
Uh-oh. Okay.
That'll work. All right, this is Fierier. I love that sweet flavor.
Not as much sweet in the beginning.
Right.
But it's still sweet. There it is. There's the heat.
That one, yeah. That one's grabbing me more. That one's sort of all over my tongue.
I only chewed on the right side, so it's only on the right side.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling that. That's really tasty.
It's yummy.
I should have researched what to use candied jalapenos for. I mean, I'm sure there's uses out there.
Well, I mean, she's making the jelly, so we don't have to worry about that.
That's true. That's true.
I think cornbread.
That's a great idea. We might have to do that. Do we know anybody who makes bread? Hint, hint. One punch dope. All right, so this is now Fierier, which I'm going to start using. I'm going to steal that phrase from Lone Star Pure, and this should be the hottest one.
That one went back to sweet.
Yeah. Big sweet pop at the beginning. Ooh, that's tasty.
A little bit more of a spread of the Fierierest.
It's blooming.
Yeah.
Like a little bit at a time. This is what I love about heat products of this type when it comes to spicy heat. I don't like heat products that are just, they end up killing all flavor and it's just like spice or heat. This you're getting, I don't know if this is going to make sense, but it's like the jalapeno is repeating itself because you're getting some of the sweet and then the heat and then the jalapeno flavor comes through.
Yes.
That's what I'm noticing about all three of these is you don't lose the flavor of a jalapeno. If you like pickled jalapenos, this is really going to work for you.
Yeah.
Because that, I don't know, I kind of picture this rotation of the heat, the sweet, the heat, and then the jalapeno flavor. And then it's sort of, as you chew, it keeps repeating. So
that'd be good with barbecue.
Yeah.
Need to go to Luna's and
we're managing to name drop every company we've learned about. Yeah, Luna's Barbecue. No, and not to take anything away from Lone Star Pure, I'm excited to figure out more opportunities to use these since we have them. And again, a jar of this type can really go a long way in different foods and so forth. But I don't think it's going to last in this house.
No, because I think he's going to eat them like candy.
Pretty much. So cannot be a Scovillain. I would say this went well. The heat isn't overpowering.
No.
It's a wonderful balance.
Even somebody with what my friend calls honky mouth should be able to handle the fiery, maybe not the Fierierest.
And there you go. So that being said, I encourage you to look up Lone Star Pure on Facebook. On the information area below, you can find out how to order Lone Star Pure's products. And I'm very excited to remind you, if you watched the last episode, and if you haven't, shame on you, Elizabeth June is going to be on the show.
Ooh.
Yeah, exactly. The owner and operator of Lone Star Pure will be my guest on the next episode of That Went Well. So make sure you stick around, check it out. And we'll be hearing from her real soon, learning about the history of Lone Star Pure and talking to her about her passion for food. So I thank all of you for joining once again. Jen, thank you so much for doing a couple of episodes with me.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And don't forget, click subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so that you know when these episodes land. And leave a comment and a like if you so choose. I hope you choose to. With that being said, thank you so much for being part of this episode and for joining us. And remember, you're awesome, you're amazing, and the world's a better place because you are in it. We'll see you next time on That Went Well.